I got up, teetered slightly because of the shackles, and was righted by Wade's knee. "Keep 'em guessing," he said, loving this. I'd come to like Wade, but he lived in a yurt in his mother's backyard by himself, with no dependents, not even goldfish, so he had nothing to lose. One might call him footloose and fancy-free, except, in light of his bound ankles, not so much with the footloose. "What about Griff?" Mary Ellen stole another curious glance at Wade. I'd been purposely trying not to think about how my law-abiding husband would react when he found out I'd been busted kissing another man in a high-security trash bin. We were dealing with enough marital problems without having to cope with rumors of my infidelity. "He's out of town." She filed this away along with hunky Wade and the handcuffs. Kat didn't even want me calling her husband. "A lawyer, then? Stan Levinson is the best, and he's a friend. His son and Devin are on the same soccer team." Stan Levinson charged an outrageous $250 an hour. I wouldn't have thought twice about that before joining the Penny Pinchers Club, but these days I was such a skinflint, the very notion of more bills made me nauseated. "Thanks, but I have nothing to hide. Searching a dumpster is hardly a felony." Not so, according to Officer Ramon. He said there was an exception when the dumpster belonged to E.W. Drummond, an accounting firm that did the books of a major international defense contractor, as if I was supposed to have been privy to that. It wasn't like I raided other people's trash routinely, for heaven's sakes. In fact, up until my arrest that morning, the only crime I'd committed was the one of paying too much for retail. By the way, that's kind of a pet punchline among the penny pinchers. Cracks us up every time. Most people get the wrong idea when I tell them I'm a member of the Rocky River Penny Pinchers Club. They assume I'm naturally frugal, that all my life I've carefully balanced my checkbook and flicked off lights around the house, clipped coupons and saved leftovers, that I keep the thermostat at 60 degrees in the winter and let my family broil in the summer. Oh, if only they knew. Being a penny pincher is more akin to being a member of AA, I think. What I've discovered since joining the group and meeting Wade the Wall Street dropout, Opal the Earth Mother, Velma the elderly woman with a mysterious past, Steve the widowed security guard/cop, and Charisse the former debutante, is that, like alcoholic individuals with nothing in common except being one drink away from disaster, we are one visa charge away from bankruptcy. Though, instead of calling up old friends to make amends, we have to call up credit card companies to negotiate reduced balances. It's amazing how far you can get simply by refusing to hang up the phone. That's how I explained it to Officer Ramon and Agent Wasco, the unsmiling bureaucrat from the FBI, but he didn't care. Wasco was determined to link my innocent quest for authentic 18th century tchotchkes to a much larger conspiracy. From his line of questioning, I could tell he was trying to pigeonhole me as a peacenik bent on bringing down the international defense contractor, maybe, or a disgruntled homeowner with a defaulted subprime mortgage, since apparently the accountancy firm also did some work for Countrywide. "The market crash made us all crazy," he said, as if this news flash would earn my undying friendship. "I personally lost 40% of my IRA. Ramon let out a whistle. "So, it's understandable how a frustrated housewife such as yourself might have gone over the edge and taken matters into her own hands, especially when you lost all the savings in your daughter's college fund." I wanted to tell him that no one calls me a housewife. Not my mother, not my daughter, certainly not the FBI. As for losing our shirts in the Wall Street bust, ha! Griff and I had already drained that account years before, and we had the tax penalty payments to prove it. Don't even ask about our so-called college savings plan. Those leather couches I bought before I became a penny pincher didn't pay for themselves.